So the most important things that people should know with back pain is everyone's situation is a little bit different. And that's just kind of the reality of back pain, unfortunately. But because of that, there's really no one person fits all. This is what you should do. And that's where discussions in groups can get a little iffy. Something that works for one person may not work for another person. So it's great to share and learn from what other people are doing. But there are a lot of different reasons that people have back pain, and there's a lot of different types of back pain. So like sciatica, disc things, there's a lot of different things that can present in a lot of different ways. Groin pain, things like that. So because of that, in the video that I tagged y'all in, I go over some of those common things on the rowing machine that if you are doing them or not paying attention to it, can definitely contribute and make back pain worse. Absolutely. However, there are some people you'll notice who actually feel better with their back pain with rowing. And the reason is there's a lot of literature out there that talks about how movement is actually what we need when we have back pain. We need things to get stronger to support our spine, to support our back. And rowing, because it involves the core and a lot of the posterior chain, which means the back muscles in the back of our body, because it involves all of that and the core, and basically it's a full body workout, it really does help get those muscles engaged. The problem is if we don't have training or we jump on the rower and we may not be doing things ideally, we are more likely to get hurt. The number one way of getting hurt on the rowing machine, injury on the rowing machine, is low back pain. And usually that is from not having training or having training either from YouTube or something else and not realizing that we are doing things differently than the way we're seeing them. And as a physical therapist, I work with people showing them movements. I work with athletes showing them movements all day. So one thing I've learned is what we see and what we're doing, they're not always the same thing. So recording yourself. Get a video from the side, like you can see in a lot of my videos I'm in. Take a video from the side and look at it and go, am I doing what I'm seeing on this video? And if you aren't, I recommend reaching out to me, to someone else, and getting some help. I do rowing analysis. You can send in a video to me. You can do a live video with me where we can talk through everything that's going on for you, your injury history, etc. And I do both of those, so feel free to reach out, and I'd be happy to do those. There are two different prices. One is 60 minutes and one is either way you get a video back that goes through all of it, your actionable steps, what you should work on, etc. One's just a little bit more in depth. That live one in person is a little more in depth than not. But the first thing that I would do, honestly, is check out that video I linked you in. See if you're paying attention or aware of those things that I mentioned in the video. Second, record yourself, compare yourself to that video, to other videos, and see, hey, do I look like this? If you're uncertain, if you're not able to see it, part of my goal is to teach y'all to be empowered to be able to know that. I've been rowing since 2001, and I still, if I take a break, I will come back and find I might be doing one of those things and go, okay, well, I picked up a bad habit by not rowing, and I need to work on it. So no matter how much we think we're working on it, we usually still need to work on it. And I rowed in college and in high school competitively, and I still find things to work on, even when I'm really fatigued longer in that workout. So some things to pay attention to also is, when are you getting the pain? Are you getting it the next day? Are you getting it later in that night? Are you getting it at the end of a long workout? Are you getting it at the beginning of a workout? All of those things can kind of give you a little bit more information on what might be contributing. If it's immediately, it might be partially, hey, let's work on a better warm-up. Is it something else that's happening in my day and this is pushing it over the edge? Or do I not have that flexibility and I'm pushing myself into a motion I can't? Is it happening later in the workout where, hey, maybe I'm fatiguing and I should back down and not row for 60 minutes immediately? Maybe I should do shorter segments that I can build up to, and then I won't be compensating and then getting hurt. And those are all things to consider when you are experiencing the back pain. So again, it really depends on what's causing it. The best thing is to figure out the source of it. So really trying to figure out, hey, this is happening at these times. What else is happening in my day? All of that contributes to back pain. So just pay attention to it, record yourself. That gives you so much feedback. I have so many people who send me videos and go, oh my gosh, I didn't realize it. And once I teach them, I break it down for you and show you what I'm seeing so you can start to see that future so you can watch your recordings. And really, yes, definitely questions. Please feel free to put them there. I'm gonna answer. That's what these are for. And I will read it in a second. But yeah, just recording it can 100% help you kind of notice things. And if you can't notice it, just ask for some help. All right, Kelsey, let's see. How do you know if you're just strengthening your core and sore from working out and getting stronger, or if you might be having a potential injury? Great question. And you're welcome. I'm always happy to share. So one, it depends on what are you feeling and where are you feeling it. That would be the first thing. So if you guys notice, sometimes when you guys say, hey, I have pain, I'm not usually responding with go do this. And again, because a lot of different things can be causing things. And if you just treat a symptom, you're still going to be hurting later on. It's going to come back. So treating the source is the best option. So in that, I'm usually asking you follow-up questions like, what are you feeling? Where are you feeling it? When is it happening? Again, beginning of the workout, end of the workout. Are you feeling it the next day? What is it? All of those things are going to help you. So if you're strengthening your core and sore from working out, core, you're going to feel it like in your abs. But I think you're asking if you're strengthening your back versus soreness. So one, if it's something that's staying for a long time, it's probably not a super strengthening component. The muscles in our back are actually very small. Most of the ones that line our spine are literally like this big. They're really, really tiny muscles. Whereas we think of like our quad, which is a giant muscle. Well, it's 4 muscles, but they're very long and they're big. So different muscles we can feel more than other muscles. So when it comes to your back, is it something that's causing like a soreness you would feel like if you did push-ups or some other workout? Or is it something that feels different to you? And just starting to kind of pay attention to that and figure that out would be the first step. If you're feeling something in your upper back, if it's not something like sharp, usually that's from you working on your posture and sitting more upright, and that usually is a soreness. Low back usually doesn't get too sore. It usually goes, I'm good, to pain. But if you're feeling the soreness and it goes away pretty quickly, or it doesn't feel intense or sharp or tingly or create anything in your legs, or doesn't linger for a while, like, now it's stiff. Now it's really hard to get up. Now I'm having trouble sleeping. Now I'm having trouble when I get up. Like all of those kinds of things, those are usually the red flags of, you might want to pay attention to it. So kind of depends on all of those things. I hope that helped answer your question. Unfortunately, physical therapy school, we ask our professors questions, and the answer is always, it depends. And sadly, as much as we hated that answer and we end up saying it to all of you, it depends. So really just pay attention to what are you feeling, when are you feeling it, and does it feel different than like a normal soreness you might get from push-ups or something like that. And that can kind of help guide you. So I hope that helped answer that question. And if it didn't, please feel free to reach out to me. My goal really is to help share my knowledge. That's why I'm here. So yeah, those are kind of if anyone's got any other questions, just ask. Awesome, glad it helped. But yeah, those are kind of the big things with rowing and back pain. So if you are a person who back pain goes away with rowing, awesome. Fantastic. That means your body's getting that movement, you're getting the strengthening going, and that is awesome. I'm so happy. But unfortunately, a large percentage, I think the last study I read said when it comes to back pain, it's 70% of the injuries for indoor rowing are from back pain. And that is a really high number, which is partially why I do what I do. So if you guys are interested, please feel free to reach out. Again, I will do those rowing analysis for you. I do have a bunch of things on YouTube. So I did tag you guys y'all in a video. Sorry, I'm trying to stop saying you guys, be PC. I tagged you in a video. Check that out, please. I think it's only 10 minutes long. You can watch it on double the speed, whatever you want, but I demonstrate everything on the rowing machine. And if you guys are interested, I do have a program that teaches you everything you need to know to adapt the rowing machine for you, not get hurt, adapt what to pay attention to, what not to, and basically how to not get hurt on the rower, as well as understand your machine, the numbers, not get intimidated by it. And if you can't tell, I use simple words. I try to make things as easy as possible. I even have a book if you want, Beginner's Guide to Indoor Rowing, super easy to follow. You can start there, totally up to you. But if you guys are interested in the course or in getting on a call with me, please just reach out. I am here for you guys, even though I took a 2-week hiatus. So thank you so much for being an amazing group. Thank you so much for joining.